Hello everyone, Dr. Mike here again with the second of our videos about the ASM Hydrasynth. This is going to be a much shorter video than the last one, and it's basically a guided tour of the front panel so that we know what we're going to be looking at when in future videos we focus on specific aspects of the keyboard. The Hydrasynth is a fairly conventionally laid out digital synthesizer with its controls designed for maximum access as quickly as possible. Over here on the left, we have the standard pitch and mod wheels. Above them, selection of octave, chord mode, glide controls, and the ribbon controller. Master volume. And here, the Arpeggiator. The Arpeggiator is designed for very rapid access and quick use. Yes, you can find plugins and virtual instruments that have much more complicated arpeggiators, which are really small sequencers. This one is designed so that it has a variety of parameters that can be very quickly set and used in a live situation. Above it, we have the CV and gate inputs and outputs. It's important to note that the Hydrasynth is more of a controller than a device to be controlled. It does have pitch and gate outputs, 2 modulation outputs, and a clock output, which allows it to be used with external synthesizer modules and clockable devices like sequencers, rhythm machines, and arpeggiators. The only inputs it has are here, 2 modulation sources that can be routed in the mod matrix. The center, main systems, is where we do patch selection. This big backlit knob does nothing but patch selection, which is displayed here. The scrolling allows you to see names of patches. You'll also note that colors change when patches change. It is possible to color code each patch to a particular color based on whatever classification system you want. When notes are actually played, this becomes an oscilloscope. There are quick scroll buttons, a home button to get you back to where you want to go, a shift button, which accesses various secondary functions, and browse, save, favorite, system setup, initialize, and random controls. Master control is where the action is. The many modules that are available in the Hydrasynth all appear here once selected. You have 8 knobs, 8 buttons, and 8 parameters displayed here in the central display. When you're on the home screen for standard use, these are macros. Each one of these knobs can control up to 8 different parameters and be named so that you can quickly remember what they are. The voice commands are located here. That controls things like polyphony, unison modes, stereo drift, and that sort of thing. Macros are assigned here. If you have more than 8 parameters, there are page up and down buttons, an exit mode to get you back, and the modulation matrix is here. Filter controls are interesting because they're designed for very rapid macro control in pretty much all cases. While you do get more detailed control when you actually select the filters, you get quick control of cutoff, resonance, drive morph, envelope 1 control, and LFO 1 control for either filter 1 or filter 2. These are bipolar controls with center detents. They provide a sort of a generalized rapid control of the filter with either the normally routed envelope or the first available LFO. Down here we have the module select area, which also shows the architecture of the synth. This is where we're going to be spending our first deep dive. As you can see, there are 3 oscillators. 2 of them have chains of what are called mutants. These are pages where you can select various types of signal processing to manipulate the raw waveforms that are available in the oscillators. The 3 oscillators are mixed with a ring modulator and noise source through the mixer, then through 2 filters that can be routed in series or parallel, the amplitude page, then a set of pre and post effects, which have 8 different effects processors that can be assigned before or after the delay and reverb. 5 envelopes are shown illuminated either when they're being edited or when they're being triggered. 5 LFOs, the same, And you'll notice that they're flashing at different rates to indicate that they're currently set at particular rates. The rear panel is pretty straightforward. There are stereo outputs, inputs for sustain and expression pedals, 5-pin MIDI in, out, and through, as well as USB, and a plug for the external power supply. That's basically it. The next time we're going to dive in and we're going to start looking section by section at what's under the hood of the Hydrasynth. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay connected.